In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to prove you don't exist. Not philosophically, mathematically. And you won't be able to argue with me. Right now, you think you're real. You think your problems matter. Your job, your relationships, that argument you had yesterday about whether a hot dog is a sandwich, all of it feels incredibly significant, doesn't it? I'm about to erase all of that. But before we go any further, smart viewers always subscribe. Let's start small. Look up at the moon tonight. Seems close, right? Like you could almost reach out and touch it? Maybe throw a really, really good fastball and hit it? You couldn't be more wrong. At maximum distance, the moon sits 252,088 miles away. If you got in your car right now and drove at highway speed, non-stop, no sleep, no bathroom breaks, just you and an increasingly concerning amount of energy drinks, you wouldn't arrive for 5 months. That's long enough to grow a decent beard, forget why you started driving, and question every life choice that led you to this moment. And here's what should disturb you. In that gap between Earth and Moon, you could fit every single planet in our solar system, side by side. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, all of them lined up in the space you thought was not that far. But we're just warming up. Buckle up, space cowboy. See Jupiter? That beautiful giant with its hypnotic red storm? That storm, just that one weather pattern, is twice the size of Earth. Your entire existence, everyone you've ever loved, every city, every ocean, that Starbucks on the corner that always spells your name wrong, all of it could be swallowed by a weather pattern on another planet and barely make a ripple. Saturn stretches 9 times wider than our world. Its rings contain chunks of ice the size of mountains, just floating around. Because apparently in space, mountains don't need to follow the rules. They're rebels. Now watch closely. This is where you start to disappear. It's not personal, it's just physics. This is Earth. Lock that image in your mind, memorize it, get it tattooed on your brain. Here's Earth from the moon. Still there, but smaller now, more fragile. Like your confidence after reading the comments section. Here's Earth from Mars, a pale blue dot. Everything you are fits into that pixel. Your hopes, your dreams, all of it. 1 pixel. Here's Earth from behind Saturn's rings. Can you even see it? Squint harder. And here's Earth from beyond Neptune, 4 billion miles away. You are looking at yourself from 4 billion miles away, and congratulations, you've already vanished. 4 billion. Your brain can't process that number, so let me make it hurt in a relatable way. Count to 1 million, one number per second. You'd finish in 11.5 days. Annoying, but doable. You'd probably lose your voice and your sanity, but technically doable. Now count to 1 billion. At the same pace, one number per second, never stopping, you'd be counting for 31 years. 3 decades. You'd start as a young person, count through your entire prime, and finish as someone eligible for senior discounts. Your friends would have entire careers, get married, have kids, and you'd still be there going 999 999 847 999 999 848. Now multiply that by 4. That's how far away you are in that image. And somehow, that's not even the disturbing part. Remember Earth? That world you think is so big, so important, so worthy of having strong opinions about pineapple on pizza? Look at it next to our sun. A grain of sand beside a beach ball. A marble next to a wrecking ball. A single Cheerio floating in the Grand Canyon. You, your species, your history, your wars and loves, and everything you think matters, you live on the Cheerio. From Mars, that life-giving sun that dominates your entire sky becomes just another dot. Unremarkable, ordinary, the celestial equivalent of, oh yeah, that guy. But here's what should keep you awake tonight. Our sun, that massive, powerful furnace at the center of everything you know, is pathetically, laughably, embarrassingly small. Carl Sagan discovered something that breaks most people's brains. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on every beach, on every shore, on every continent on Earth. Think about that. Every microscopic grain of sand. Every beach. That weird beach in your hometown that's mostly rocks and sadness. Every tropical paradise. Every shoreline that's ever existed. Count every grain. And there are more stars than that. The universe looked at Earth's beaches and said, "Hold my beer." Some of those stars are absolute units. VY Canis Majoris, the largest star we found, is 2,000 times wider than our Sun. If you flew across its diameter in a passenger jet, traveling at 500 meters per hour, never stopping, you would die of old age before reaching the other side. Your children would die. Your grandchildren would die. And the journey still wouldn't be over. You'd basically need to pack generational snacks for that flight. I hope you like peanuts. But you haven't seen anything yet. Here's where mathematics murders meaning and then dances on its grave. Take a quarter from your pocket. At scale, that quarter represents our entire solar system. Everything. Sun, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, that weird space junk we keep launching up there, all of it. Now, using that same scale, our galaxy, the Milky Way, would stretch from New York to Los Angeles, coast to coast. You could start walking in Manhattan, trek through New Jersey, cross the entire continental United States, and finally reach the Pacific Ocean. That's our galaxy. The Milky Way is 100,000 light-years across. That's 621 quadrillion miles. That's 621,371,192,237,333 miles of stars and darkness and mystery, and probably some really confused aliens wondering why we keep sending golden records into space like cosmic spam mail. You are cosmically irrelevant. Sorry. Well, not sorry. It's just math. But it gets worse, or better, depending on your tolerance for existential dread. Our galaxy? It's nothing special. It's the cosmic equivalent of a Honda Civic. Reliable, sure, but nobody's writing home about it. NGC 6744, a galaxy similar to ours, is twice as wide. 200,000 light-years of spiral arms and stellar nurseries and alien worlds you'll never see, never know, never even imagine, and definitely never leave a Yelp review for. And now, the moment that either awakens you or sends you into therapy. Look at this photograph, the Hubble Deep Field. What you're seeing isn't stars. Those are galaxies, entire galaxies, each one containing hundreds of billions of stars, each star potentially surrounded by planets, each planet potentially harboring, what, life? Consciousness? There are thousands of galaxies in this single image. And this photograph captures an area of sky smaller than a grain of sand held at arm's length. It's like looking through a pinhole at the ocean and seeing thousands of whales. If you've made it this far, you're not average. Subscribe to prove it. Point your finger at the night sky right now. Do it. Don't be shy. That fingertip, that tiny piece of flesh that you use to scroll through social media, is blocking tens of thousands of galaxies from your view. Galaxies you'll never see, stars you'll never count, worlds where maybe, just maybe, someone is also pointing at the sky, wondering if they're alone. Some of these galaxies formed 11 billion years ago, just 3 billion years after the universe began. They've been burning, evolving, dying, and being reborn for longer than your mind can comprehend. And you're worried about a parking ticket. You're stressed about a work email you forgot to send. You're angry because someone was wrong on the internet. You're devastated because your crush left you on red. Listen, I get it. That stuff feels huge. But perspective check. Here's the truth that will either destroy you or liberate you. Every problem you have, every fear, every heartbreak, every triumph, every moment of joy or suffering or rage, all of it happens on this fragile blue marble, this cosmic accident floating in an infinite void that doesn't know you exist and wouldn't care if it did. You are made of atoms that were forged in the hearts of dying stars. You are the universe experiencing itself. You are stardust that learned to think, to feel, to wonder. You are simultaneously nothing and everything. Mathematically, you don't exist. There is only one place where you exist. This pale blue dot, this tiny, precious, impossibly rare home. Whoa. So what are you going to do with your brief, statistically improbable moment of existence? Keep worrying about trivial things? Keep holding grudges? Or will you finally understand you have been given the absurd, unlikely, ridiculous gift of consciousness in an unconscious universe? The universe doesn't care about you. And honestly, that's the most liberating thing you'll ever hear. It means you're free. Free to mess up. Free to try. Free to love, to create, to fail spectacularly, to succeed unexpectedly, to be weird, to be wonderful, to be unapologetically, impossibly, beautifully you. Now go live like you finally understand that none of this matters, which means all of it does. Because in 13.8 billion years of universal history, in all the vastness of space and time, there has never been and will never be another you. So be you, loudly, proudly, absurdly. The universe won't notice, but you will.